What's good? It's the one and only Roland the Traveler, and I'm on my way to Sosua, what I like to call Fantasy Island. So while I was riding, I was thinking of a few tips to put down for the first time traveler. This is not for the real OGs, but the first time travelers coming to Sosua. Many say Sosua is dead and is trash, but I want to tell you this. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So do I think Sosua is dead? The answer is no. But these are a few things that you can use to make your travel a little bit easier. And the first thing I want to say is this, man. Make sure you get a travel pass to enter and leave the country. On my first visit to Sosua, I did not have this information. People showing all the cheeks, and they showing the mangoes, and they showing all these things, but they're not saying you need a travel pass. So I got my passport, I got everything ready. I show up to catch my flight. Good thing I arrived at the airport early. First thing that she asked me was, "Where's your travel pass?" I'm like, "I don't know, what are you talking about?" She said, "You need to have this or you can't leave anywhere." So I fill it out. By the grace, it was done and I was gone. So make sure you have that Dominican travel pass. Next thing, man, make sure that your phone service works in the country, because it depends on the service you have. I have T-Mobile, and you would think, T-Mobile is kind of janky in the States, but when you have T-Mobile, it automatically switches over to Claro. Claro is a Dominican phone service company, and mine automatically, they say it's 5G. It's more like 3G and a half. It works okay. I don't really have any problems. Just make sure that you do this. Next thing, man, make sure that you contact your bank. This is another mistake. I'm showing you the mistake. This is my life. Somebody else's thing might be different. I'm just letting you learn from me. It make you wiser. I did not contact my bank. I tried to use my card. It locked up. So make sure that you contact your bank. Let them know where you're going, how long you're going to be there. And certain bank apps, you can update your phone. Well, you can go on the app and make sure that you put how many days you're going to be there. And it will allow you to use it in the Dominican Republic or wherever you're at for that amount of time. Next thing, make sure that you download WhatsApp before you leave United States. Have WhatsApp, and you can watch a few videos on it, because everybody uses WhatsApp when you're traveling abroad. Everybody uses WhatsApp. And look, here's another thing. Whether you want to stay on the strip or not, have that lined up. Get you a spot. I used to stay right on the strip. Now I have in-house on the North Coast. And if you watch this video, she picks me up soon as I land on the North Coast. She's there in the cab to pick me up. She don't even let me be alone up there, because she knows how Fantasy Island works. So she's like, "No, I don't want you around." So look, here's another thing. And I should have said this earlier. Make sure when you exchange your money, you don't do it at the airport. One place you can go to is Caribbean Express. They will give you some of the best rates on the North Coast. And there's one by the supermarket that you should stop at. It's called Super Polar. You make sure that on your way to your room, if you're in the cab, get them to stop you over there. That's what I do. When I'm in the cab, I will get them to stop me at that grocery store. Tell them, "Hey, I'm going in here." You exchange some money, go in the grocery store, get your water, get everything you need. I almost died before like this in the Dominican Republic, being dehydrated with a youngin'. So I'm gonna share that story on another video, but take my advice. Make sure you have stuff to stay hydrated. You can get in a lot of trouble not staying hydrated. And make sure that you bring enough money with you. I usually, when I was traveling for just a week or so, I would always bring between $14,000 to $2,000. I never spent all that, because I'm not going scuba diving. I'm not doing none of that. I was just there to have fun, my own fun. I want to drink some Grey Goose with some mangoes and just have a good time. I wasn't about to smoke my cigars. I was having a good time. I don't want to do none of the other. I'm not trying to fish, not surfing, not doing anything. But if you want to do more of the thing, make sure that you plan enough money, you know. And the next thing, once you get to where you're going, you got your Airbnb, you got your villa, wherever you're staying, make sure that you take care of the security guy. Pull him to the side, you talk to him, use your Google Translator, whatever you're going to use. You can't speak any Spanish. Tell him, give him 500 pesos or whatever you're going to give him. Tell him to, any mango that you're going to be bringing there, tell him to help you vet her. Get her ID, you know, anything, whatever. So you got all that stuff there set. You're going to feel safer. Lock your stuff up or hide it, lock everything. Do not walk around with all your money on you. You never do that. I always keep a copy of my passport on me. I lock my passport up, I lock everything up, and that's how I walk around. And make sure, even if you don't use the safe, some people don't use the safes because they feel like people have keys to it, but that's why I stay in the Airbnb, because if something happens, you have a certain amount of protection. If something happens, you can report it to Airbnb. They will give you your money back. You know, so I take pictures of what I put in safes. I use the safe. I take pictures of it. I have everything ready to show Airbnb. I even shoot a video of it. So if something happens, if somebody else does have a key to that, I can come to Airbnb and say, look, this is what I put in the safe. I do this. So I haven't had any problems in a year and something, anywhere I stay at. So we got the part with the airport. We got all this stuff straight. Next thing, when you out there, man, don't be the crazy American, man. Don't be the dumb gringo. Sit out there and respect people, man. Just respect everybody. Let me tell you what a mango was telling me on the ride. You know, because people saying Sosua is dead. And she was telling me a lot of women are scared to come because of us YouTubers filming. And I try not to film these ladies like that, but people with the hidden cameras filming these women, their families are watching these videos, and that's why a lot of people say Sosua is dead. It's not dead at all. Just try to respect the ladies, man. Next thing I want to tell you, man, when you touch down as a new traveler, this is an important thing for you. Make sure you hit flip-flops, man. I remember before I even came to Dominican Republic, man, all I wanted to hear was that word, welcome to flip-flop. When you walk around, you're going to know you're in Sosua when you hear that, welcome to flip-flop. The women will say it on the way to the beach. You will hear it. Now you are officially in the country, man. Go to flip-flops, man. You will get good food. Flip-flop have good food, man. They have good wings, good hamburgers. And if you sit there, a brother will lace you. My first trip to Sosua, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what I was doing. I just sit in flip-flop, and the guy started running the game to me. So make sure you go to flip-flop, man. And when you out there, negotiate. If you see a mango, man, have all that stuff set before you bring her back to your crib, man. Make sure that you know what the deal is before you go back, man. You know, make sure, because a lot of people fall into this trap. They go this, and now they bought somebody in there. She said, well, the price is this, the price is that. Make sure that you got this stuff done, man. And again, while you talking to different brothers and stuff, man, when you flip-flop, you meeting brothers, let them lace you with the game, man. Don't be one of them guys think you know everything. One thing about me, when I came there, I just wanted to learn. And I had watched people like Taylor Made. I had watched people, man, shout out to Taylor Made. I had watched other people talking about how to move in Dominican Republic. So how to move in Sosua, because Sosua is very different from places like Santo Domingo. I went to Santo Domingo first, mainly because we were supposed to go as a group, and I was going out there with we were supposed to go with a couple more brothers, and anybody who travel would know other people say they're coming with you, they don't show up. So I had to make a decision. Do I go or do I not go? These cats didn't show up. I went to Santo Domingo by myself, didn't know anybody. And I'm gonna do a video on the differences between Santo Domingo and Sosúa. Sosúa is definitely easier. If somebody would ask me, and I get this question a lot, where should I go, Sosúa or Santo Domingo? It's a hard one for me because I love Santo Domingo. I'm in Santo Domingo most of the time, and I travel to Sosúa sometime on the weekend. But Sosúa is an easier place because it's mainly a laid-back tourist city, man. You know, it's the beautiful beaches. You're gonna have a lot of tourists there. A lot of locals gonna speak English there, and you know, you have a good nightlife. You got good restaurants, good bars, good clubs. You got the casinos, and you're gonna meet many people speak English that you can talk to. In Santo Domingo, man, you're kind of thrown to the wolves. You're on your own, man. You gotta watch how you move. In Santo Domingo, you need like Dominican Cupid and Tinder when you first get there. Sosúa, you don't need any of that. Sosúa, you just need to show up. Sosúa, you just need to show. Once you show up in Sosúa, women gonna come to you. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're short. I don't care what you are. You will meet a woman that 10 times better than you can get in the United States for. But look, she's there on some trickeration stuff, but it's all good. You're gonna have your fun. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna be refreshed, and you're gonna have a good reset for when you go back to the States. Then you're gonna be the one making videos saying, after that one visit, you're gonna be an expert on Sosúa. You're gonna be telling everybody else, man, you need to come to Sosúa. Sosúa is great. But that's kind of everything you need to know, man. Make sure you got your money right. Make sure you treat people with respect. Stay close to the strip. I'm doing a video on where I stay at in Sosúa. It's outside of Sosúa a little bit, but I just really wanted to make this little video as tips for things I didn't do. These things will help you, man. Please, please, please respect what I'm saying. And at the end of this video, you can see my little chica from the North Coast is waiting for me, and it's pretty funny, man. I'm coming. I got my bags. I'm going up to her now. That's her right there with that red shirt on. She takes great care of me. So it's all good, man. Look, I'm going to my cab, going to my room, man. So I'm out, my brothers. Have a safe trip when you come here. If you need me, hit me up. I'm out.